So I welcome you to the second lecture of data structures. And in the last lecture, we all have studied about what are data structures and how they are useful in optimizing. So you can refer to my video number 1 named as Intro to Data Structures to understand this. So let us start with the first data structure that are arrays. So as I told you, they are sequential data structures, and the sequential meaning means they are in a specified order. Means after suppose there is an index of a chapter in maths, so the first chapter will contain number system, then it will contain all the other chapters. Like we can take an example, data handling. Okay, so like this we have a specified index maintained, and this is what the sequential means, one after another. So how they are denoted is one of the important tasks. So how they are actually represented, I will be showing you. Suppose there is a block of memory, and they are divided, and they are divided on the basis of how many bits a particular takes in. For example, we can say that int takes in 4 bits, so it will take 4. So this all location will be particularly of 4 bits for an integer array. Means this will of 4 memory location, 4, 4, 4, 4, and again 4. How it would be mattering? Like see, location number 0, it will start and end at location number 4. Then that will again start at location number 5 and at location number 9. Then location number 10, then location number 14, then 15, and so on it will be going on. So this is actually a continuous memory location. So I would like to erase all these things and give you a proper definition. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now I have created some space over here to write down the definition. We can say it is a collection of items stored at continuous, con- sorry, contiguous memory location. Okay, so this is the definition. You might like to remember or keep in mind, but for exam, college exam, you must remember it so that you can keep in mind during writing in it. Okay, so we'll look into the operations, how we can take in the input and search, how it is optimizing the location. Say if I wanted, when I know the page number of the book which I wanted to read, so I will go to the book, and suppose my book name is Maths. Suppose my book name is Maths, and I want to go to page number 43. So this is how an array is represented. Name of array, and the location is inside the brackets, and this is almost in all the major programming languages like Java, sorry, Java, C, C++, or whether it is Python. So we can take in the array name with the brackets like this one and given the location for which we wanted to search. Like suppose I have an array. Let me take this only older box, and let me demark it. Now if I am having this as, okay, always remember, we will always start with zero index for representing first block of array, then 1 and so on. Okay, so after this I would like to conclude one or two more things, but till the time just keep in mind this key we have to start from zero index. Like suppose in my zero index there is 12 number, then in that 15 it may be 100, 99, 101, 56, 67 or 32. So if I write over here and let me give the array name as A, and I want to get the element at index number 4. So I will get 101, not 99. It will always start from the zero index. Okay? Okay, this much is enough. So let me tell about some of the syntax in Java. I will be dealing in Java, but if you want to deal in other languages, you can comment down below which one I can use. Okay, so let me take some of the terminologies. If I wanted to get the length of the array, so how will I get it? With the formula array name dot length. Okay, I will be doing it in the VS Code, but till the time, or in Eclipse, till the time you just take down this formula so that whenever you can write it somewhere, whenever you forget it, because you're not a memory, okay, or you're not a robot who will remember all the things, and it is not essential to remember unless you're having college exams. Yeah. You need to remember it for college exams. You can take them down, the formulas which I gave you, and later on you can revise them. Okay, and if I wanted to initialize, suppose there are datas, integer, we represent with int, character, we with char, float means decimal. Okay, float, and many more. Like suppose I wanted to initialize, sorry, I wanted to make an integer. One. So I will initialize with int array name equals to, yeah. Here you have to give a bracket, indicate that this is an array equals to new and int, and then I will give array size. Okay. So this is the syntax, and this much I think is enough. Yeah, one more point that might confuse you at a later stage. So I would like to tell you that we cannot access, just give me 1 minute, let me write. We cannot access this element because this element does not exist only. Okay, let me show you how. Like see here, there are 7 indexes, but the length is 8. Is there any index with 8 length? Because we are starting with zero index, so we cannot take in this. This will be considered as absolutely wrong statement. Okay, so if we wanted to take in the last element and we don't know the index, so we can take in array name dot length -1. Okay, so this is to get the last element of the array. Okay, so now I think this much is